You're removing a tree. It's got a huge trunk. You're going to do rigging. You got to get this rope around it and you don't have a clip. Well, I got a method that'll work just for you. Hello, this is Bino. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an arborist and a tree climber specialist, and what I like to do on my channel is share tree climbing tips with beginners and experts. What today we're going to talk about is if you're doing a stem, like a rigging job, and it's a big stem and you got to get your rope around it, but you can't reach around. A lot of times in the past I would use a clip, but say you don't have a clip, put a clip on it, it gives you some extra weight. If you don't have a clip and you're just working with a rope, you could do a knot like this that'll give you some weight. They'll allow you to throw it around. It's a real simple knot that comes undone, so let's get to it. So you don't have a clip and you want to put weight on your rope. You don't want to go through a bunch of coils and a bunch of different ways. A real simple way to put weight on your rope is to make a bite in your line, and then once you do the bite, you take wraps on that bite and you work back down to the bite. And you just keep this motion up all the way till you get to the end of that loop, and then you got to figure out how much weight do you want it to be. So now once you get there, you snug it up, and now you're ready to go. What's really good about this is once you finish what you're doing, all you have to do is slide this out and it unravels. So I'll go to the tree and we'll make believe that I'm rigging a big stem, and I'll show you how I'd tie it. So we're going to pretend that I'm on a large stem and I want to get this rope around for rigging. As I mentioned, I don't have a clip, so I've got this, and it's the weighted knot that I'm going to use. So what I'm going to do is I'll get some momentum to go around the stem. Okay, now once I've got it in it around, I still have the weight on, which will help me out. So I'm going to keep it there because this is going to be my half hitch. Now once I get this on here, now I have this set where I put this line under the heavy rope so it's not going to slide on me. And now with this end, I'm going to pull or throw it around so I'll be able to make the running bowline. So here I go. Get some momentum going again. There we go, right in front of me. Okay, so now, once I get it to me here, all I have to do is pull the tail out. And once I pull this tail out, this will uncoil. It gives me the extra length that I need. And I'll make my loop and put this tail around and go with do the bowline. Just like I would regularly do a bowline. Throw it in here, snug it up, right? Get it prepared, make my bowline snug, and now do my half hitch. And there I go, ready to do my rig job. So now that I have this tied, just real quick explanation of why a half hitch. So it looks like just something holding it in place. True, it does. What's good about this half hitch, it tightens, it holds the piece that you're taking off more secure, but even more important than that, what this will do, it takes some pressure off of this running bowline. And mind you, the running bowline's a very strong knot, but heavy wood, when you're doing heavy wood, and if you have those dynamic loads, just this alone could snap. And most of the time a knot will snap at the tie-in point, right? So having big wood, it's a good idea to do half hitches. And sometimes if the wood's so heavy, you might be more comfortable putting a couple of these half hitches to take the weight off of this. But it's the way you would set up on a large rigging job. Now I'll go around the tree to show how big it is. Now it's a pretty good size tree, and what you'd want to do is like you get it all the way around. You could see that just by hand you couldn't do, you couldn't reach around. You can see how large it is. It's really hard to throw your rope and catch it. So having options, if you have a clip, a lot of times you use a clip, but if you're not using clips and you just have a bull rope, you could tie something like that weighted knot and get it around the tree so you can do a setup. What's really cool about the setup is that once you get it around for the first half hitch, now you could throw it around for the running bowline. And then when it gets back to you, all you have to do is pop that little tail out and it spools out. So now you're ready to tie your running bowline. Really pretty cool situation. Also with this weighted knot, it's cool that you can actually advance a little bit higher into the tree. If you don't have clips and you're actually just going a little bit higher, it's a good way to advance your line. And I'll show that next. Now that I'm at the first area where I tied into, I've got my lanyard on and I'm gonna go and throw up to the branch that's above me. I already have my weighted knot tied, and now all I'm gonna do is just grab a couple coils on my right side. And what I wanna make sure too is I don't want it just to barely go over. I want my knot to go over a few feet so when it comes down, it'll have some weight to it. If I just throw it to that branch and I whip my branch, the knot might just fly back over. So here I go to that branch just right there, that pretty good sized one. There we go. So got enough over. Now I'm gonna do some whipping. There we go. There. And so it's a little bit far away from me. I could probably reach it, but say it was real far, what you can do is get a bite of your rope and just snag it with your rope. Just grab your rope and pull it toward you. So now I got it set. Now what I could do is get ready to tie in and then keep on advancing. And there you go. So once again, the way you tie this is you just create a bite, and it's super simple. All you do is wrap your bite to the desired weight that you want, and it doesn't have to be super pretty. All you do is throw that little tail in, and once you do that, now you snug it by pulling the opposite end. This is really short, really super easy to tie, easy way to put weight on your rope. And what I really like about it is once you get it back to you, all you have to do is just pop this piece out and it unravels. Really super cool. Enjoy it. Before we go, we've been doing a lot of shorts lately, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys gave us some comments on what you might like to see. If you do that, put it on the comment below and we'll do our best to get to it. With that, comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you like what we do, and by all means, share our videos. Take care. We'll see you next time.